All right, so should you join EXP Realty in 2023? In this video, I'm going to give you my honest advice as to whether this is a good or a bad idea for you. Coming up right now. Hey everyone, welcome back to Freedom Agents. This YouTube channel is all about helping you close more deals. My name is Marc Brenner. I'm a team leader here in Atlanta, Georgia. And today we're going to be talking about should you join EXP Realty in 2023. So maybe you're in the process of getting your license, you're trying to choose which brokerage, or maybe you're a seasoned agent and you're thinking it might be time for a change, and EXP Realty is one of the brokerages that you're looking at. So I am going to give you a framework for how to make the best decision for you. Now, full disclosure, I'm at EXP Realty. Obviously, I think it's pretty great, but I'm going to give you my genuine thoughts as to whether this could be a good idea for you, because there's not one right brokerage for every realtor. Really, what we're going to talk about today is priorities. You should make this decision based on whatever your priorities are. So let's get right into it. Should I join EXP Realty in 2023? Hey, real quick before I get into the video, I am now accepting new coaching clients. If you've been watching my videos, you enjoy the content, and I seem like someone that you would want to partner with, I want you to book a Zoom call with me using the link in the description below so that we can talk about how you can have complete coaching, accountability, and path to success without giving up any of your commission checks. All right, so should you join EXP Realty in 2023? There's two things I want you to hear first and foremost before you hear anything else, and you've probably heard me say them before. Number one, successful realtors would be successful at any brokerage. Okay, no broker will make you successful. And that's really important to think about for your mindset. You need to go into these interviews and make your decision with the mindset that you are going to be successful no matter what, and you're looking for a brokerage not to employ you, but to handle the legal aspect of your real estate company. And the second thing you must keep in mind when making this decision is that you are not an employee any longer. I see so many realtors, especially new ones, bring an employee mindset into the world of real estate. And what happens is, because you're still in employee mode, you don't hold your broker to the standard that you would a business partner. A lot of agents are in the mindset that their broker is their employer and they toe the line, they drink the Kool-Aid, and they don't really hold them accountable. So before we get into this, I just want you to understand successful realtors would be successful in any brokerage. And as a realtor, you are not an employee any longer. We're looking for a brokerage to partner with us, not a brokerage to work for. Okay, so let's talk about priorities, because that is what this really is all about. I can't tell you what the best decision for a brokerage would be without knowing what your priorities are. People have different priorities. So I'm going to run through the most common priorities that I see in the industry and just give you some recommendations based on that. I'm also going to tell you what information that brokerages try to sell you on that you should completely ignore. Okay, so let's talk about the three main priorities. All right, I have money, support, and cost. And those are the three biggest priorities that I typically see realtors care about when getting into this industry. Now, number one, let's talk about money, okay? I'll be honest with you, this is why I'm in real estate. I think this is why most people are in real estate. You thought, wow, realtors can make a lot of money. I can own my own business. There's no limit to my income. I can earn as much as I sell. And so for many people in this industry, yes, of course we love serving people. Of course we love helping people accomplish their dreams through home ownership and do a great job. That goes without needing to be said. But if we're really honest, our goals in this career path are to make a lot of money, hopefully to create wealth and retire and have financial freedom. That's what this channel is about. So let's talk about, if your priority is money, is EXP Realty the best brokerage for you? Well, let's just take one scenario and apply it to multiple brokerages, right? All things being equal. Let's just imagine a scenario where you sell 28 homes in 1 year. Now, yes, I know this is way above the national average. This would be, a very good producing agent. Certainly there are agents who sell more, there are teams who sell more, but I think that's a really reasonable goal for you to shoot for. You'd be making a few $100,000s a year. You wouldn't be struggling. You'd be building a business. So let's say you get to a point in your career, or you believe you can in your first year or two, close 28 deals. How much money will you keep and earn at EXP versus, let's say, Keller Williams, just for an example. And you can do this pros and cons list for any brokerage. You just need to know, what the splits are, what the cap is, so on and so forth. All right, so you've sold 28 homes. At EXP Realty, you're on an 80-20 split, okay? At Keller Williams, you're on a 64-36 split, okay? So you're going to be earning less, but you're going to be paying your cap off quicker. Now, this does have an impact on how large your checks are at first, but over the course of time, it doesn't make that much of a difference as long as there's an opportunity to cap. Now, the cap at EXP Realty is $16,000 a year before you start to earn 100% of your commission. The cap at Keller Williams is, in my state, in Georgia, it's $18,000 a year. But the thing with Keller Williams is it's a franchise, so it could be different from every state. I know in many states it's $21,000, like in California and New York. It might be cheaper, it might be more expensive. So with EXP Realty, you're going to be earning a greater portion of your commission sooner, and you have a lower cap to pay off. And then you have the monthly fees. So when I was at Keller Williams, I don't know what it is now, and again, it does change from office to office. I averaged about $115 a month in my recurring fees for office and technology. At EXP Realty, I'm paying about $80 a month. That's the technology fee for KV Core and for all the technology that they provide you. So listen, none of these differences are really major at this point. You could sell 28 homes at EXP Realty and 28 homes at Keller Williams and have relatively the same amount of money, give or take a few $1,000s, okay? It's not going to be a dramatic difference, and it would probably be very similar at other brokerages of a similar size. But here are the differences, okay? Over the course of that 1 year when I sold 28 homes, there will be no equity, no stock ownership at Keller Williams. Okay, you cannot buy stock in Keller Williams. It's a privately owned company. Over the course of that year at EXP Realty, you're actually going to have a nice little portfolio. You're going to earn stock when you close your first transaction. You're going to earn stock when you cap. And check this out, because you sold 28 homes, you're officially what we call icon status. So that's when you cap and you sell about 20 to 22 more homes after capping. So around 28 transactions, you would be an icon agent, in which case you have the opportunity to earn your entire $16,000 cap back in company stock. Now, you might be saying, oh, well, what good is stock? But what good was it at Keller Williams where you earned nothing for capping? Okay, there is no icon program at Keller Williams. There is no way to get back the money that you paid out during the year. At EXP Realty, if you're a certain level of achiever, you can earn all the money that you paid in back in ownership of a company that is the fastest growing brokerage in the world. So that is a big difference I think you should pay attention to. The other big difference, like I've talked about before, is your ability to recruit. Now, I can promise you, even if you're not interested in recruiting, if you're selling 28 homes a year, people are going to want to talk to you. Okay, your friends are going to want to know how you're being so successful. They're going to want to know if they could potentially have a future in real estate. Other agents that you co-op with, they're going to want to know, hey, how do you like EXP Realty? They're going to see you're a top producer. Hey, what are your tips and tricks? Could I possibly partner with you? So this is the thing that does not get talked about enough. Successful agents always naturally recruit people into the brokerage, often without even trying. Now, you might think that you have to recruit thousands and thousands of agents at EXP for it to be worth your time, but I want you to look at the chart that I'm about to pull up. What this is showing you is that if you simply recruited 10 agents, and it doesn't even have to be within a year. If you simply at any time during your whole tenure at EXP Realty, 20 years, 30 years, 5 years, whatever, if you recruited 10 agents into the company, and if you worked with those 10 agents for them to recruit 10 agents of their own, you would potentially be earning $300,000 plus a year in revenue share income. So that is a massive potential for a huge additional revenue stream without really having to do anything other than what you would normally do as a successful real estate agent. Now, to be fair, Keller Williams has what they call a profit share model. It also has 7 tiers. The difference is if your brick and mortar franchise Keller Williams is not profitable for that quarter, regardless of whether you recruited 1 agent or 1,000 agents into the brokerage, you are not going to see a penny of that. And look, I can tell you, I've been at both brokerages. There were agents at Keller Williams that had been tenured there for 20, 30 years who over the course of time had made some good money. In totality, There are many agents at EXP Realty who are earning 5 and 6 figures a month just from recruiting agents into the brokerage. Now, you don't have to focus on recruiting. You can still be a great agent, solo or starting a team. It's about the opportunity, right? We're talking about if your priority is money, don't you want the most opportunity to have additional income streams? Now, people are very critical of this system, but just stop and think about how beautifully it is constructed. For the agents that I recruit to EXP Realty, if they are not successful helping people buy or sell homes, I earn nothing. So I am completely incentivized to pour my heart and soul into helping these agents produce because I don't benefit for any other reason. And so what you have at EXP Realty is a deep support system going all the way up the line of people who want to see the people that they are recruiting succeed. So you can do this simple comparison with any other brokerage. You want to look at the caps, the fees, the splits, and you want to look at the opportunity to earn additional income. Are they offering stock options? Ownership, that's what entrepreneurship is about. You want to look at, if I recruit people to your brokerage and grow it over time, how are you going to compensate me? You would be shocked at how little or even sometimes nothing you are compensated by major brokers for growing their brokerage. So personally, I think if money is your priority, wealth, financial freedom, I don't know of a better model than EXP Realty. Now, there are some newer brokerages that are learning from this and copying the model and even making it technically better incentive. Here's the problem. I don't think those newer brokerages will ever grow to the point where EXP Realty is now. I think EXP has the momentum with all the top agents there that I don't think anyone else is going to be able to catch up, even if their model is slightly better. Okay, so we talked about your priority being money. Let's talk about support. Some people, they don't worry so much about money. They want to feel supported. They're going to need help. They're going to need hands-on help to succeed in real estate. They want a solid team of people around them that is going to be a good atmosphere, a good training setting. They really are looking for a mentor and someone to help them accomplish their goals. So here's what I want you to hear about this. If support is the most important thing for you, the truth is this is going to come down to the person that you align yourself with, the person or team that you align yourself with, regardless of the brokerage. Okay, so I'm not going to tell you that Keller Williams or Compass or Remax is going to give you the best support. It's going to come down to the agent or team that you associate yourself with at one of these brokerages. Here's the reality, and I'm being brutally honest. I love EXP Realty. You could join EXP Realty and have the worst support ever and feel like you are completely alone and having to figure it out all on your own. But the same thing could happen at Keller Williams. It really could. Okay, if you don't have the right mentor assigned to you, if you don't join the right team, even though Keller Williams is known for having a great atmosphere and great training, you could be completely left in the lurch. So what I would do is one of two things, okay? Either work backwards from the person that you've already met, that you feel super comfortable with, that they have laid out the vision of how they're going to support you, and then look at what brokerage you're with and make sure, you know, everything else aligns, and then just go join that person at their brokerage, right? If you have a family friend, if you have a personal friend that you look up to, if there's just some badass salesperson in your market that you've spent time with and you think they are going to be the person to partner with, go partner with them. I'm not going to say at any brokerage, you definitely want to know what you're getting into, but if support is your number one thing, start with the person and work backwards. Now, another way you could approach this is you can decide which brokerage is the best fit for you and then decide who is going to be the best person at that brokerage. For instance, EXP Realty is great, but if you're deciding to join EXP Realty, just like you take your decision of what brokerage to join seriously, you need to take your decision of what sponsor to go with at EXP Realty very seriously. You could have the best experience ever, someone who supports you 100%, will answer the phone, will do masterminds, will give you the blueprint for how to succeed, or you could have someone that never picks up the phone, that you never hear from, that completely ghosts you. That could happen at EXP Realty, it could happen at Compass, it could happen at Coldwell Banker, any brokerage that could happen. So I would either work backwards from the person that you want to associate yourself with, that you feel very comfortable with, or figure out which brokerage you know you want to join and then set your sights on that person within that brokerage that is going to be the perfect fit for you. Okay, so we talked about money, we talked about support. Now let's talk about cost, okay? I think the third most common scenario is people who are very cost conscious, as we all are, but they are worried about the fees, the expenses. They are maybe worried that they don't have enough money to pay for all of that stuff. They really want to sell real estate with as little overhead as possible. Now, if you're a person where cost is the most important thing to you, we're gonna go one more category down. We're gonna break you down into 3 categories of people within the cost priority, okay? Number 1, if you want to do real estate part-time, right? Because you have a full-time job or you just want to do it as a side hustle, which I have a whole video about. Or if you're already plugged in to a developer or a builder, right? Let's say you have an uncle that's a builder and they told you, hey, if you get your license, you can sell all the homes in this development. Either that person or the part-time person, you might want to go to a discount brokerage. I'm just being super honest with you. In those 2 scenarios, cost is most important to you and you're either going to do part-time or you have a connection in the industry that is going to feed you deals. You seriously might want to consider finding the best discount brokerage in the area. The brokerage that is going to cost you the least amount of money to stay at each month and will let you keep the most amount of your money as you earn commission. Scenario number 2 is maybe you're a career agent. You don't really have your sights set on being a big agent or growing a team. You really just want to treat this like a job. You want to work as a real estate agent till you're 65 or whatever. You want to set aside money and retire, but you like a slow, steady pace, right? You don't want to make a bunch of money and then get out of real estate or make a bunch of money and then build your own team or your own brokerage at some point. So I would call this the career agent. I would say find an atmosphere you enjoy. If you're going to be doing this long term, you want to find an atmosphere and a group of people that you enjoy being around every single day. Yes, you definitely need to pay attention to costs, splits, fees, all of that stuff. But at the end of the day, if you're not overly ambitious, if you want a steady career, I found that a lot of the local independent brokerages can be a great fit for that, offering, good splits, good fees, good support, and a good atmosphere. Now, the third scenario I'm going to talk about is if you want to be a big agent, right? You're worried about costs, you're worried about the expenses, but ultimately your goal is to be a big agent selling a lot of homes. You want to have money to invest in real estate. You want to start your own real estate team. You want to retire early. Whatever you want to do, you want to make a lot of money. Now, if that is the case, you need to not be in a discount brokerage and you need to work on your mindset, because I've said this before, I have never seen mega agents at discount brokerages. I've never seen mega agents at Redfin or Virtual Properties Realty. I just haven't seen it. The biggest, most successful agents are at the biggest brokerages, even if it is Keller Williams or Compass or Remax. It doesn't have to be EXP. But the thing with big agents is that they have an abundance mindset. They understand that they're going to be successful no matter what, and they're not concerned with paying a cap, whether it's $16,000 or $21,000. They're not concerned with what their splits are as much. They do want to know the overall financial picture, but it's more important that they have an atmosphere of big agents around them. They want to be in meetings with big agents. They want to be in trainings with big agents. They want to be masterminding with big agents. If that is the case for you, you got to go with one of the big brokerages. Now, again, I like EXP Realty, but this could be Keller Williams or Remax or Coldwell Banker. If you're worried about costs, but you want to be a big successful agent, I need you to work on your mindset. You need to stop worrying about costs. You need to start worrying about how you're going to be ultra successful. There you have it. I ran through it pretty briefly. We talked about really understanding what your priorities are. Is it going to be money? Is it going to be support? Or is it going to be costs? So sit and think about what is most important to you. What are your real goals with getting into real estate? And then work backwards from that. Again, personally, I think if money is your big goal, financial freedom, I just think EXP has the best model for putting money in your pocket. It's as simple as that. Okay, I've said this before, I'm not loyal to EXP Realty. If they drastically change their model, I would consider moving. But at this point, I just truly believe that EXP offers you the most ways to become financially free. Now, if support is the most important thing to you, don't worry as much about the brokerage. Find the right person and then go with their brokerage, or find the right brokerage and then find the right person within that brokerage. Either way, it's really going to come down to that person or team that you're partnering with. And we talked about cost. Now, if cost is the most important thing to you, again, if you're a part-time agent or you have some kind of pipeline, then you probably do want to look at a discount brokerage. If you want to be a career agent, but you don't really want to go crazy and try to sell a ton of homes, you probably want to find a local independent with a great atmosphere. If you are worried about costs and you want to be a big agent, you need to switch your mindset because it's all wrong. There's no big agents that worry about costs. So there you have it. Honest breakdown of should you consider joining EXP Realty in 2023. There's no perfect brokerage for any realtor. You have to work backwards from your priorities. And remember, successful realtors would be successful at any brokerage. And remember, you are not an employee, okay? You are not an employee anymore. So do not treat your broker like an employer. They are a business partner handling the legal aspect of your business. So I hope that helped. I hope that provided value and some clarity. If you want to talk to me about joining my organization at EXP Realty, you can book a call with me at your convenience. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.